Earth's Landforms and Bodies of Water by Natalie Hyde. Land and water. Our planet Earth is home to plants, animals, and humans. They live on land and in water. Earth's surface is not the same everywhere. It has mountains, hills, valleys, plains, and plateaus. These shapes on Earth's surface are called landforms. Earth also has streams, lakes, ponds, and oceans. These are called bodies of water. Mapping Earth. We can study landforms and bodies of water on a map. A map is a model of Earth. A model is a representation of a real object. Look at the map on this page. The blue areas show where water is found on Earth. What do you think the others colors show? Rocky planet. Earth's land is made up of rocks. That is why it is called a rocky planet. The biggest pieces of rock form mountains. Boulders are huge rocks that break off mountains. Sometimes the rock has been crushed into smaller pieces. Gravel is made up of small stones and pebbles. Gravel is used on roads and to make concrete. Tiny pieces of rocks and minerals make sand. Beaches are made of sand. Where things grow. Soil is the loose top layer of Earth's surface. It is made up of rocks, minerals, and bits of dead plants and animals. What do you think? Can a mountain become sand over time? Why or why not? Thinking about that, what would your answer be? Raised landforms. There are many different kinds of landforms on Earth. Some landforms are raised. This means they are higher than the area of land around them. Mountains are the highest raised landforms on Earth. They have steep, sloping sides. A group of mountains in the same area is called a mountain range. What do you think? How is a plateau different from a mountain? How is a plateau different from a hill? High ground. A hill is smaller than a mountain. Hills have rounded tops. A plateau is also a raised landform. It rises high above the land around it. A plateau has a flat surface on the top. It is surrounded by steep sides called cliffs. Low landforms. Some landforms are lower than the land around them. Valleys are a kind of low landform. They are usually found between raised landforms. Water runs down the sides of mountains and hills. It wears away rock and soil at the bottom. This creates a valley. A canyon is deeper than a valley. It is narrow and has very steep sides. It is cut out by a fast-moving river. Flat landforms. Some landforms are neither high nor low. A plain is a large, flat area of land. Plains are mostly covered with grass and only a few trees. The ground has rich soil that is good for farming. Land near water. The place where land meets water is called the coast or shore. A coast can drop down to the water over a cliff. It can also be flat and sandy with a beach. Coastlines surround islands. An island is an area of land with water all around it. Sometimes a coastline has a long, narrow strip of land that juts into the water. This is a peninsula. Where rivers meet the sea. When a river meets a lake or ocean, it can form a delta. A delta is often a triangle-shaped area. It is made up of layers of soil. This soil is carried by the river and dropped at the mouth of the river. Some deltas are so big that people can live on them. Where is water found on Earth? Water covers 3/4 of Earth's surface. Most of the water is in Earth's 5 oceans. An ocean is a large, deep body of salt water. The rest of the water on Earth is fresh water. Fresh water does not have salt in it. Lakes, streams, rivers, and ponds have fresh water. A stream is a small body of moving water. Many streams flow into rivers. A river is long and narrow. It flows into a lake or ocean. A lake is a large body of fresh water. A lake is surrounded by land on all sides. A pond is a small body of still water. Ponds can be naturally formed or be made by people. Frozen solid. Not all of Earth's water is liquid. Some of it is in solid form. Much of Earth's fresh water is as frozen as ice in glaciers. Glaciers are thick layers of moving ice. Glaciers form when snow and hail begin to pile up high in the mountains. The weight causes the snow to change to ice. The ice then starts to slowly slide down the mountain. Frozen rivers. Glaciers push and drag rocks and soil down the mountain with them. Piles of soil and rock are left along the edges of a glacier. Glaciers carve out valleys as they move. The melted water from the glacier fills these landforms, creating rivers and lakes. Models of Earth. Models are a way for us to study Earth. Maps are models that have landforms and bodies of water drawn on paper. Different colors show land and water. The same landforms are not found everywhere. One map might show an area with mountains and valleys. Another map might show an area with plains or large lakes. Take a good look. Globes are also models of Earth. However, globes are not flat like maps. They are three-dimensional models. Globes show the whole world. What do you think? To find the streams and ponds near your home, would you use a map or a globe? And why? So boys and girls, you can make a model, and here's how. Earth is made up of many landforms. You can make your own model out of salt dough to see and better understand some of Earth's landforms. Here's what you'll need. You'll need 3 cups of flour, 1 cup of salt, 1 cup of water, 3 tablespoons of oil. You mix the salt and flour in a bowl and add your water gradually to form a ball. Knead the dough. It means mixing it and turning it and pressing your knuckles into it until it is mixed and holds its shape. Divide your dough in half. Store it in a plastic bag until you're ready for use. You're almost making Play-Doh, but a little thicker so that you can keep it as a model. If you choose to do this, here are the steps. Search the internet for photos of physical maps. Choose a region or a country to model. Try to find an area with at least 4 different landforms. Draw or trace the shapes of your area on the cardboard. Press some of the salt dough onto the cardboard and flatten it out to the outline of your region. Using the maps to guide you, you can add dough to build up raised landforms, such as hills, mountains, and plateaus. Shape your landforms, such as rivers and valleys, and let your model dry for a day or 2. And then you can paint your landforms using different colors. Water can be blue, Then you can use colors for higher sections. Green can be the lowest land, then yellow, orange, and red for the highest land. You can add a color key to tell what the other colors mean. So if you choose to take this challenge, this would be a great project for you to do with your family. Studying Earth. Geologists are scientists who study Earth's features. They look at rocks and soil to learn about Earth's history. They study landforms to see how they are changing Earth's surface. One way geologists do this is by making and studying models. Have a look at the model you made. How is your model the same as the real region? How is it different? There's lots of things you can learn. Here's some books and some websites, and of course, words to know. As you were reading, if you weren't sure what those words in bold were, here are their definitions. Boys and girls, I hope that you enjoyed our book today, and I hope that you take on a challenge of making your own 3D map. Tomorrow, I'm going to be drawing with you as we can make a map that has all of our landforms without making dough. All right, boys and girls, have a great rest of the day.